Alright, right down on the screen. Therefore, it's time for puzzle outfit. So I see here featuring Miracle Cyclops, Valkyrie, Winter Soldier, Hawkeye, and Iron Man 40. So Cyclops is an Ascendant 5-star, Valkyrie and Winter Soldier normal 4, and then Hawkeye and Iron Man are 40 on the Ascendant 4 stars. Alright, collect 30 red AP. New tiles have an increased chance to be blue. Take a look at the story. Karnak will be able to create critical tiles with his blue ability. If he matches critical tiles, Killmonger is gonna drain AP from AP pools and whatnot. So there's that description. Can't really use Cyclops for this one as well. The max damage from Cyclops alone probably down to and also too with Killmonger, you don't have to worry about making match 5. So that is the thing you have to worry about. 30, let's see here. Recharge will give us, I give us 12. Wait. Forgot about football. Huh? Alright, yeah, so Leapfrog, that's helping me some of the shenanigans with damage, blase blah. As long as they don't think it matched out with everybody, okay? Don't want to match. So here. Question mark? Let's give her Extreme Prejudice again. Can't really match that there. Cool. Cool. Excellent. Focus Journey. There's 22. Fire it off again and let us hope for the best. Their shatter, broken strength, that might do it. Yep. And I kept forgetting about my what's the name? Leapfrog. So let's take a look at this here real quick. Well, not swap support, but just looking at it. Leapfrog has 3 battery charges. At 0 battery charges, Leapfrog deactivates. Start of the battle. If there are supernatural enemies, create one projectile between 63 and 1924 based on the supported character's rarity. Whenever the match 4 or a supported character makes a match 4 or greater, deal 8% more damage and consume one battery charge. Rank 3 increases the battery charge by 1. Once per turn, the supported character or an ally takes at least 15% of the max health and damage. Heal 15% of the max health, then create an invisibility tile, target them, and consume one battery charge. So remember, with the leapfrog, I probably don't want to make too many match 4s. That's the thing. That's what messed me up. The match 5s again, while that is cool, that is not what we want. And obviously what we've seen during the fight, we can get around the whole shenanigans with invisibility. Stunned Iron Man. We just gotta get popped 100 times from Karnak's Blue. I'll go this way. There it is. Went that way, I would have, well, probably survived. Exclamation mark. We're not gonna wake up in time to resist the purple strike. Yep. Alright, we'll do this shit one more time with Iron Man. If it's necessary, I'll bust out with Cyclops. Just yum eat 'em all. This way, there's no real way to be targeted by these protects or oh, there we go. Shatter, advanced support token. Changing the game, collect 30 purple AP. On our turn, new tiles have a chance to be enemy strike tiles. Medusa's gonna gain AP whenever we match those enemy strike tiles, and then if Medusa's countdown tile happens to reach 0, then Captain Marvel's gonna strengthen up any of her tiles that's on the board, or any of the strike, attack, or protect tiles on the board. You do have to worry about Captain Marvel, us matching our strongest color. Hawkeye's case is going to be purple. We do have to worry about giving either Captain Marvel yellow or Medusa. Well, Captain Marvel black or Medusa yellow, either or. Well, let's just collect this purple AP. At least with Clint. And hey, we start matching those tiles there. We'll get purple. That gets you strengthened. Gotta grab this plank, unfortunately. Okay, so I had to get the other way around. I had to get Medusa stuff. That's what it was. And this is the roll Hawkeye. Done for 4 turns. Have to. Way too much. Heal. I'll strike down. Alright, so there's the guaranteed minimum 3-star boss gauntlets. Collect Team Blue KP. Again, we're just gonna do this here really easy. Put Deathlock in this spot here. Anybody that their strongest color happens to be blue, I could use Dark Beast. And then I'll go Bishop here. Don't really have to talk too much about this team here. Not too much. Yeah, granted, they're gonna hurt us of stealing AP from us in the case of Black Widow and Elektra, but yeah. We're not really worried about energy conversion, we're not worried about scientific method. The trade will hurt just a little bit, but and there we go. Now, a faster way to do it is using Beta Ray Bill, Polaris, and then Bishop, and then you could do it that way, or you could do Beta Ray Bill, Polaris, and Juggernaut. Use Juggernaut's green ability to destroy some number of tiles on the board that'll loop, and you'll get massive stuff happening. Green AP. Well, I was gonna use my Storm was an 18, but then I forgot about it. I'm like, oh yeah, they kind of use up green. So let's see. Go with Nightcrawler, break out with totally awesome ult, and then yellow, we got yellow. I could kind of go with someone else. Just go ahead and yellow. Second. What is it? Red, yellow. What's this? Blue. Second strongest green. Okay, we got our person there. Don't really matter. Ledge. Green, good deal. Fire at home for a while. And then we'll gather some green up momentarily. That's yellow. Comes back. Alright. And that's yellow. So let's go north. That's purple. Let's go north. Two of these will get 40 green. There we go. Alright, collect 25 red AP. New tiles have an increased chance to be purple. And the reason why that is significant because Iceman's purple ability will convert red tiles to blue and then drain our red AP. Mortar will also punish us for having too much red AP with his purple, and then She-Hulk will drain 100% of one random AP pool and then 50% of another AP pool. So we don't want her to get green. Oh, excuse me. Speaking of red, we'll use Peggy Carter. Let me think here. What else? Can generate red. I mean, we already used Nightcrawler and North Star. I mean, kind of used them. Choose Puck, why not? And yeah, we'll use Valkyrie, but I wanted to put Peggy Carter in that spot there. The reason why Lots can generate yellow. Lots a block. Okay, She-Hulk. Iceman. Can't use working together, not yet anyways. Put those projectiles up. That stinks a little bit. That's right, I'll go crazy, brother. Alright, yep, there we go, that's what I want. Nope, don't do that. Put Alright, that'll work for me. Don't do that. Don't do this. Don't do this. You'll regret that. All the strong right tiles out there. What's that? Shit. Alright, Punk, it's on you, brother. Just gotta get one set of red. That's all I gotta get. Can I get it? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Alright, collect 28 yellow AP, no black tiles to file. We got Cloak and Dagger that's gonna either make or not make yellow AP. Deadpool is going to, well, stun us for the strongest color. It's gonna steal. This is one of the situations here where I kind of wish I had, but since I don't, I said Daredevil, so King. Oh no, because Mysterio's gonna have color conflicts with Kingpin. I just thought about that. Can't really use Rogue. Clear, that's kind of color conflict. Angela's kind of color conflict. Maybe we could use Cloak and Dagger, wouldn't hurt too much. Yeah, I can use Thor now that I think about it, yeah. Use his red together, make yellow, and then Daredevil, if we need to do some shenanigans with his stuff. And what I mean by his stuff, either violence are necessary or this, well, Better Way's gonna create yellow strike tiles whenever we fire off. strike tiles out there. Done any damage. Okay, still, and then like I said, we got our strike tiles right there. We got our 28. Alright, and then 30 team up AP, well, we've seen North Star in action, where he will send folks airborne with his black ability. Captain Marvel, she'll generate red if we happen to target her, and then Magneto, his red will destroy team up tiles as well as his blue ability will swap red and blue tiles on the board. Though we're gonna have to really worry more about North Star destroying blue, yellow, and black. Alright, well, since we gotta worry about team up tiles, well, Kamala Khan, you're in that spot there. Some version of Hulk is in that spot there. And then I would prefer this version of Storm because she can destroy more team up tiles. That's all I want you to do. There we go. Alright, let's see here. We'll change all these blue tiles to green. Again, we have to collect 30 tiles. We're going to be here for a while. Alright, then human stretchiness, let's see here. Yellow? I guess. Yeah, we're just gonna keep storms. Infinite storms. That's the primary thing. Okay, there we go. We got a 7 there. There we go. Alright, puzzle it over. This one here is collect 18 black AP. Though Dr. Doom's gonna hate on us for collecting black AP. Jean, we already know about her. Match 5s, destroying our strongest color, and then Craven, he'll at least use his black to take AP from our strongest color and his team's strongest color, which I think it should be black from Dr. Doom. Alright, so let's see here. Where Soldier, we haven't used you. I know the black generation we can use Domino. And then Buck Thunder. Could use Cloak and Dagger, but I don't want to. Let's see. Let's use Clea. We haven't used her in one of these. And Dr. Doom also making yellow matches too. So that's just so we're clear. Don't do that. So now he can't use his black. And considering that Clea's gonna be in the background, don't have to worry about her being that little section there. Let's knock him down. Let's just see what we get. Alright, now he can activate his might ability. And most dangerous game. That's the one thing we didn't want to see. Boom. Boom and fry. Now we gotta collect 28 blue AP. And what we don't want to do, we don't want to target Nico Benor, and we don't want to have too much red on the board to where Blade is going to create all those strike tiles on the board. So I gotta think, oh. I was about to say, I gotta think, I don't have to think about the blue-red stuff, I really don't. Let me get Jane Foster Thorne, wherever she's at. Again, I could use Deathlock, it doesn't hurt. Bring in Iceman for the for the conversion. No, I haven't ascended her to champion yet, or 5-star. I haven't. There we go. And then we'll use Iron Man again, and then I think for the last node we'll just use Cyclops. But I don't know how it's gonna work, but we'll do it. Again, collect 28 blue AP. Don't target Nico. Alright, we got our yellow. Go ahead and recharge. Got one more turn. Good job, snatched up the Raven. Again, Iron Man is stunned, so we don't have to worry too much about the shenanigans with there we go. Just wanted to this little blue. Smite again. And then we got our blue right there. Easy peasy. Alright. Last node. Get this here off the way. Collect 30 green AP. New tiles have an increased chance to be purple. In the case of Mockingbird, she will steal AP in our strongest color. America should start creating critical tiles if they have more AP than we do, and then Loki, if we make a match for a creator, he's gonna start stealing AP as well as Mockingbird will steal AP. So Cyclops can go there. We'll go Red Hulk so we can use purple. And Scarlet Witch so we can generate more purple. Sounds like a winner to me. And again, it doesn't really matter if I'm starting off with more AP or whatever. I don't. It's not gonna affect the outcome. yeah, taking away our green. So that we can get more green. Yeah, he'll survive a bombshell. More green.
Yeah, yeah, not even.
Alright, then this max gamma cipher should get us there. That is the puzzle gauntlet done and dusted, and man, that's under 50 minutes. So let's see if we can keep it under 55 for the entirety of the video here. Opportunity for Wasp Gauntlet. Your featured 4 stars, featured 3s, random assortment of stuff up in the tokens. Alright, Thor. Captain 2-star, Thor 2-star, and Iron Man 3-star. Okay, cool. Got 3 of the members of the Avengers right there. Alright, boss fight. This here is Spider-Man and the Sinister Six, so if you haven't joined an alliance, do so. As you can see, these are some of the rewards here. Agent of Atlas, or Agents of Atlas, is still going on. The vault's going on for 6 days, but the season pass, that's gonna end in a few more days, and yeah, instead of me getting up to like a level 100, I barely got to 57 with that. But that's neither here nor there. Lightning deals or offers, just the usual stuff. Supports. So let's take a look at the supports that are on deck for this here. Pulling up the ones that are actually very useful. Battle World, it can be, but I mean, it ain't nothing that I would go out and away from. The Fantastic Part, on the other hand, this is actually excellent for Okoye. Though, if you're running the 5-star Frankie Ray Nova Iron Maid, that's the 3-star main, and I don't know why I'm blanking on Iron Fist 3.0. You rolling with those 3 there. You know, that's probably the fastest way to finish off PvE stuff. Hulklin's alright, but if it's paired up with Wiccan, you'll gain AP, which again, some of the Hulkling support should have been on Wiccan to begin with, but that's neither. Hydra Henchman, it's alright. Planet Bomb, this is actually very useful with Juggernaut Fear itself. That's what I have on mine. Comrades, this is somewhat useful to get rid of those characters that have ways to revive themselves. You have that support there, well, they're not reviving anymore. Or one of the ways to gain yellow AP at the start of the battle. Caravan, like I mentioned with Hulkling, that these abilities here should have been on Craven to begin with. Leapfrog, this is what I use. Great way to to get invisible, especially if multiple moves hit you. Not so much useful in PvP, well, because they banned that support there. Lockheed, somewhat decent. Proxima Midnight, she's useful. Quantum Realm, this here is what I use on my 4-star Hawkeye, or my 1-star Hawkeye ascended to 4-star in order to get the purple AP to start as infinite. Quinjet, World Talent Fighter, if you don't have Fantastic Guard, this is probably the best support for Koye. Sharon Carter, I mean, it's cool doing damage whenever countdown tiles expire. Scroll Illuminati, I still haven't found a use for it yet. Spider Penny Parker, excellent way to gain back a burst of health if you make a match 5 or greater, and +2, and another way to gain 5 AP at the start, 5 yellow AP at the start of the battle. Dora Milaje, I think I have this one here on my 4-star Black Panthers. Okay. Milano, a good way to do damage at the start of the battle for Guardians of the Galaxy. That's what I have on my Rocket and Groove. Vintage Shield, this is another one of those abilities that can gain yellow AP at the start of the battle. I have this here on my Apocalypse because this can be used on any. Penny Parker and Core can only be used on heroes. Web shooters, hey, if you need to make web tiles, alright, cool. And then Wong, he will lengthen the time on countdown tiles, which I mean that can be useful, and give you blue AP. You know, that's kind of useful. But so many. Oh, okay. Let's see here. I got Atlantis, so I just need just a handful of pulls there to get Atlantis done. And then we'll switch it off. And then we'll get 1 and 2 more pulls. Alright, then the last one here, at least for Atlantis. Alright, cool deal. Go ahead and switch off Atlantis. Don't need that favorite anymore. Let's see here. What is stupidly useful for me? I'm trying to think here. I don't really care about the invisibility because they can't go invisible. So let's just go through and see here. Eventually. Homemade web shooters. This is what we already got. As you can see, these are the perks here. 1, 2, 3, and 4 that I have unlocked. Synergy perk. Wasp gauntlets, we'll touch on that in a minute. This is the finished shield. Face mask damage is increased. Not really victorious. This here's the Milano. Face mask damage is increased. This is Scroll Illuminati. maybe somewhat useful in PvP. See what pizza does at level 5. Base mass damage increase. That could be kind of useful. Yeah, I kind of do want to get this one. Out there. Pull these here. 6. I mean, if I get something good, cool. If I don't, well, hey. It's 30. 300. No. Alright, cool. Well, fantastic cards are already maxed out anyways. Alright, master support. I'll just pull 2 master supports. Got another 50 there. Batage, got that maxed out too. Alright, Wasp Gauntlets. You get a guaranteed 3-star Wasp. Lower odds for 4 and even lower odds for a 5. Now, it's not to say that you can't get a 5. If you watched any of my Puzzle Gauntlet videos, I have pulled a 5-star master support from out of these, sir. There's a 3. That's it again, you're guaranteed a 3. And there's a 4, which I already have a 4. Alright, and we'll take a look at Wasp Gauntlets and then we're gonna get up out of here. There we go. Oh man, wow, I'm actually pretty close to getting that there. Level 5, rank 5, cool. Alright, so at rank 1, base match damage is increased by 332. At rank 3, supporting characters healed, or when they're healed, they heal an extra 1269 health, and again, this is true healing. And then rank 5, whenever the supporting character makes a match, there's a 41.57% chance they fortify friendly special tile. And then when this here is attached to Wasp Hope Van Dyne, whenever she makes a match 5 or greater, or anyone on her team makes a match 5 or greater, there's a 57.56% chance that she'll create a swarm tile. And if you know anything about Wasp, she kind of needs help getting swarm tiles out on the board. So yeah, that's that. Like I mentioned, you got alliance events going on. Make sure you're on an alliance, do that there. Be back definitely Monday for Crash the Titan.